Also developing in Jackson, it's just not a suspect who's in some hot water tonight. It's also a judge.
Yeah, that's right. The state's Judicial Tenure Commission, which is charged with investigating judges, issued a public complaint against a circuit court judge there today.
Our Jackson Bureau reporter Sean Graney is here for you now to walk us through it.
The Judicial Tenure Commission released this 23-page complaint against Judge Thomas Wilson, which accuses him of sexually harassing women he worked with, appearing under the influence of alcohol at the courthouse and at other work-related events, as well as failing to disclose conflicts of interest in cases he was working with, accepting prohibited gifts, and delaying decisions. The complaint lists numerous examples of sexual harassment that witnesses say the judge committed between 2016 and 2018. That includes describing his sexual activities to a female judge, talking about how he wanted to have sex with her, and discussing her body as well as the body of an assistant prosecutor. The complaint also says the judge admitted to abusing alcohol for several years, sometimes leaving to go home and drink and then return to the courthouse. It also says attorneys reported him smelling of alcohol at the courthouse. The complaint states Wilson failed to let people know about possible conflicts when lawyers before him rented or co-owned properties with him, and that he didn't pay some of them when they represented him or members of his family, which could be considered a prohibited gift. And finally, the complaint says that the judge improperly involved himself in several cases, including his own divorce, a case involving a relative where he called 911 and identified himself as a judge, and that one time he called 911, identified himself as a judge, and told authorities not to arrest a man, saying the situation was, quote, all taken care of. The complaint says that Wilson, who has been a judge since 2007, admitted to some of his actions under oath, but that he still has 2 weeks to respond now that the complaint has been made public. Here for you in Jackson, Sean Graney, 6 News.
And we have just heard from Judge Wilson's attorney, who calls his client a respected and trusted jurist and says, quote, it's not appropriate for us to try this case in the media, but I can tell you that we look forward to clearing his name as we move forward with the Judicial Tenure Commission process.